Kevin Burns was born on June 7, 1978. He was born in this hospital, in this bed. This is not his real family. Because he was an orphan and a bastard, they adopted him out of pity and took him to live with them on their bean farm in eastern Iowa. Randy, his stepdad, told him that his real father had been a cowboy. Over the course of his adolescence, this led to a mythical idealization of his biological father that would continue on into adulthood. When he was 18 years old, he left home to reunite with his real dad so that he could become a cowboy too, and they could roam the open prairies together. After searching fruitlessly for 3 years, he found out that his father had been living with a band of pornographers in Los Angeles. He went there only to find his father floating dead in the swimming pool. The porn people said that his father had not been a cowboy at all, and was in fact a traveling singer-songwriter who was famous for writing the most beautiful song of all time. With everything he once knew about himself and his father now meaningless, he nevertheless vowed to take up his father's mantle and to someday write the world's most perfect song. Years passed, during which Kevin became an award-winning guitar player and musician. He was regularly called upon to play for presidents, kings, and visitors from outer space. He also married the love of his life, and together they had a beautiful son named Aaron. Kevin had already written hundreds of songs, but he thought they were hardly the most beautiful song anyone's ever heard. He became ridden with self-doubt and narcissism, and regularly shut himself away, refusing to speak to even his wife. He remained in this state of self-loathing right up until the day that he met death. Kevin had just finished the concert and was leaving to go home when he first saw him. He could have been anybody, but Kevin knew him immediately for who he was.
I can help you with what you want,
said the human embodiment of death and chance. Kevin said nothing, and they both left. He found Kevin again the following day, this time saying nothing, waiting for Kevin to speak. "I want to write the most beautiful song ever heard by a human," said Kevin.
A lot of people have wanted that. But if that's what you want, it shall be done.
Having seen this same situation in a movie once, Kevin asked, "So I assume you want my soul?"
No, but it'd be nice if you killed your wife for me.
Are you serious? Kevin had always secretly felt that poison would be the most effective, humane, and painless way to go about killing someone if he ever needed to. His initial plan involved finding wild oleander leaves and grinding them up to put in his wife's food. But the romantic in him ultimately won over, and he decided to give her a cyanide-injected apple, her favorite fruit. And then with cold, quick precision, the deed was done. Although killing his wife had left him mildly somber and fatigued, he was naturally very anxious to begin learning the song. The devil dictated, and Kevin played back.
Play a G, an F, a B7.
Now, I've written this song before, man. These chords are extremely overused. And it continued on like this, with the devil making suggestions and Kevin repeatedly writing them off as uninspired and cliché. Until the devil grew frustrated and decided to leave Kevin to tread in his own mediocrity. Kevin played aimlessly for days, becoming desperate, fully realizing himself for the first time, and disgusted with what he saw. Then, at the very moment that Kevin finally accepted his place in the beautiful, meaningless void, death returned and bid him to sing.
I lost my job. The boss said he couldn't pay me off. He said he couldn't even lay me off. I took a long, long walk now.